Hi, I want to do a video about this. I feel like I need to talk about this. I don't want to keep talking about it, but it's so important because there's obviously another huge amount, well, the world is seeing or starting to see what's been going on in regards to the children. And I've got to be really careful what words I used. I jumped on the other day, I was really like, and I jumped on TikTok live. I can't do a live on Instagram, I haven't got enough followers. I hate that term, followers. Anyway, I jumped on there and literally within about 30 seconds or something, a message popped up saying, some of the content you're saying cannot be, viewed because it's too sensitive and it could cause upset. Oh my God. Anyway, typical algorithm rubbish. Anyway, I'm going to start off with something positive because, not that it's really positive, but, it is for me. When I was talking about all of the COVID stuff and the what can I say? Hollywood stuff, all of the trafficking, the child stuff, the SRA. People thought I'd gone mental. I was heavily grieving, so I was crying a lot online. I'd lost my dad in 2020 due to the pandemic. And then people very close to me, and 6 years down the line, all of that is still going on and people have still been asleep to it. I mean, it baffles me, but people can't hide from this anymore because they're seeing what's going on, or starting to see, or they're seeing that things are out and they're seeing some nasty stuff on social media and don't know what to believe. So the good thing is that I had a message, a good few days ago from a friend abroad who said to me, he messaged and he said, my brother contacted me the other day and he said, all the stuff that Janine was talking about, the underground tunnels and the children and all of that, he said, she was right. And he said to me, I'm so sorry. He said, I thought you'd gone completely nuts. And I said, yeah, a lot of people did. But I'm not nuts, and I could see what was going on, as many of us could. And, it's what I do as well. I'm a psychic and a healer, and I see into what is behind stuff that's said, stuff that goes on. And I see so much more that I can't share because it's like too much. Well, it's not to do with this stuff, it's to do with even bigger stuff that people would be like, what is she talking about? Because I go other planetary and everything. If you want to hear about that, let me know and I'll start to share. But yeah, so I actually had an apology after how I was abused and treated. I was given death threats and lost lots of people. But that's okay because it's actually allowed me to have better boundaries and be more of who I am. Anyway, so that was a good thing. And, I'm getting messages. I got a message the other day from someone really dear, saying, all of this stuff and the people involved, it's hard to know what to believe. And it is hard to know what to believe. And the only way, and you've got all the spiritual folk out there as well, not all of them, but a lot of people saying, don't, what they're putting out now is so that people are full of fear and thrown off track, and then they're going to use it, the evil people are going to use it as loosh to keep them feeding. The evil people have got other things to keep feeding on. Anyway, don't listen to that. We cannot deny what's happened. You can't deny it. And number one, it's not right for those victims that have suffered horrifically and are still suffering. It's still going on. Please don't turn a blind eye. And the only way, and I think I mentioned back to this dear person of mine, I haven't got the time to be going down all of those files. And the fact is, I've spent a long time going down all of that information. It's not like it's new to me. I spent every day, 12 hours a day. I'm not kidding. Boom, in it, going down all the rabbit holes, seeing it all, and wow, it's horrific. And I'm not asking people to go down every rabbit hole there is and get lost in it. That's not the goal. Once you've seen the depravity and the depth of it and who's involved, that's enough. That is enough. And then you need to start making, as we all, the right decisions to not support it, which is really, really difficult, because all of this nastiness and evil is embedded in our society and our systems. It's at the very top. But it's being seen, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Don't believe everything you're going to read, because, it's not all true. And I mean, people that are mentioned in the files, not everybody in there is going to be, some are just mentioned. So you're going to have a look. If you want to know the truth, you're going to have a look. But the current administration in America have released this. So that's a good thing. Why did the other administrations before not release it? It's because they're involved. It's so disgusting. I mean, it's beyond crazy. All the people, it's really disheartening when you see what's going on more. And I'm sure there's stuff, there's people involved. We haven't got a clue who they are. People in the shadows that are running the show. And all the puppets they're using, all the celebrities and the actors and the singers. And, when you realise the people you think you've loved and followed and look up to and idolise for absolute evil filth, it's really weird. And, then there was people like myself who was telling you about these people 6 years ago, who had been vilified, sent death threats, joked about, talked about, even by close people, even by friends and family, and made to look like fools and idiots, and like they're off their chump. They deserve an apology. They absolutely do, because all we were doing was trying to help, trying to make you see, because it's hideous, and we can't, once you see it and know what's going on, you can't bear that this is happening, and you feel helpless and like there's nothing you can do. Where there is, we all need to stand up and stand together and get this filth out that's in control and in charge. And we can all do that. But it takes courage, and it takes work. It takes time. You have to put your normal lives aside a little bit, and the crappy TV that you watch and all of that stuff, and spend some time looking at what's going on and actually face it. It hurts and it's hard, but it needs to be done. These things need to be seen, and we need to be bothering our local MPs. You need to put them to account and, stand up and protest and all of these things. The people must unite. So, and it's not that I've done all of these things, absolutely all of these things for years. And I'm not bigging up myself here. I guess I am a little bit. But, I've been talking about how dangerous vaccinations are for, 16, 17 years online, and getting vilified for that as well, telling me that I'm a nut job. I was a nurse for 18 years. I'm not an idiot, So start to listen to your crazy friends, because they're not wrong. And the quicker this world wakes up, the quicker this crap is over, and these children are going to stop being... I'm not going to go into it here. It's up to you guys to look for yourselves. If you've got questions and queries, have a look for yourselves. Go down some of the rabbit holes. You're going to have to. Or you will see it, because it will keep flooding out. But the really nasty, nasty stuff, I don't know. You certainly won't get it sort of on mainstream media anyhow. It's something I kind of had to really get off my chest wholly, without getting involved in tarot and all of the things that I do, and it's slipping into conversation. I think it's important enough to have this conversation and talk about it. I was filling up my Facebook during 2020 and 2021 and 2022, and then 2022, like at one stage I was talking about Serco and all of the government and all of that kind of stuff and what they were planning, and I had like 68,000 views. I couldn't believe it in like 2 hours. I was like, oh my God, the word's really getting out. And then they shut me down. And do you know how they did it? And I know Facebook did it. I know it wasn't a weird old hacker. It was a planned thing. It was the day I was moving out of my house. We'd sold a house to move into somewhere else. And they had put, I've got to be careful with words that I use, nasty, filthy stuff on my page. And they shut it down. It was like this, bang, 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 completely disappeared. I couldn't get access into my business page that's still hanging about there. I couldn't get access to anything, and it's gone for good and good, because Facebook is filth. I mean, a lot of social media is, but at least I can talk about this here. I can't talk about it on TikTok. I'd probably have to use lots of code words, and I can't keep up with that. And I don't plan what I'm going to say. I just come on and I say what I feel. So it's awful. I also used to, I've got to be careful what I say, because I want this to get out. I'm going to stop there. Anyway, I'm going to leave this as it is. I've said it, and I'm not going to keep talking about it. I'm going to try not to anyway, because it's not that I haven't changed my life and I have, you know, gone away from everything that doesn't resonate. I don't deny the darkness. That I help to clear it. That's my work. That's my job. So I carry on doing my work and expanding my business and trying to come on here and help people and provide spiritual support. And yeah, I'm going to start to share more kind of in-depth stuff again, but on a different kind of note. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm sending you loads of love. Take care. Bye.